Most people have heard stories about legendary soldiers, snipers who could hit impossible shots, warriors who changed battles single-handedly. But almost no one knows the name of the man you're about to meet. He didn't look dangerous. He wasn't big. He didn't brag. He barely even spoke. He was a farmer who lived deep in the frozen countryside. But when war came to his doorstep, this quiet man stepped into the snow and became the most lethal soldier in modern history. This is the story of the deadliest man you've never heard of. Our story begins in 1939. Finland is a small, peaceful country surrounded by endless forests and brutal winters. Most people live simple lives, hunting, farming, working the land. But on November 30th, everything changed. The Soviet Union launched a massive invasion, expecting to crush Finland in a matter of days. They had thousands of tanks, thousands of planes, and more than 500,000 soldiers. Finland had almost none of that. What they did have were men who knew the land, the cold, and the silence of the forest better than anyone else on Earth. One of those men was a 34-year-old farmer named Simo Häyhä. Simo wasn't a general. He wasn't a decorated officer. He wasn't even tall, just 5'3". But he had two gifts. He was calm, and he could shoot. Growing up in the countryside, he hunted constantly. His skill wasn't flashy. It was precise, controlled, and almost invisible. Before the war, he trained in the Finnish Civil Guard, shooting targets at long distances in brutal conditions. He wasn't considered exceptional until the war revealed exactly what he was capable of. The Winter War was unlike any other conflict. Temperatures dropped to -40 degrees. Frostbite set in within minutes. The snow was so deep that soldiers disappeared into it. But for Simo, this was home. Every day, he walked into the silent forest carrying a simple rifle, a Finnish Mosin without a scope. No fancy equipment, no high-tech gear. He believed scopes were dangerous because sunlight could reflect off the glass. So he used iron sights and relied purely on instinct, timing, and patience. He wore all white, head to toe, and became nearly invisible against the snow. Soviet soldiers began reporting something strange. Men were falling to a single shot from an enemy no one could see. No tracks, no sound, no movement, just death. They gave him a name, the White Death. But Simo wasn't some supernatural monster. He was simply better prepared than anyone else. He packed snow in front of his rifle to hide the puff of smoke. He laid down blankets to muffle sound. He stored snow in his mouth so his warm breath wouldn't reveal a cloud in the icy air. Every shot was deliberate. Every position was carefully chosen. Every movement was planned. And the numbers began to rise. 10 confirmed kills, 30, 50, 100, then 200, then 300. In just 100 days, one man was responsible for hundreds of enemy casualties. The Soviets grew desperate. They sent counter-snipers. He eliminated them. They sent artillery barrages to flatten entire forests just to stop him. He slipped away untouched. The legend grew, but even legends bleed. On March 6, 1940, after months of sub-zero warfare, Simo finally encountered a shot he couldn't avoid. A Soviet soldier spotted movement and fired an explosive round directly at Simo's face. The bullet tore through his jaw and shattered his cheek. His face collapsed. His comrades dragged him away, barely alive. By all logic, he should have died. No one survives that kind of wound in the freezing wilderness. He fell into a coma and wasn't expected to make it through the night. But Simo Häyhä was not like other men. 11 days later, he woke up. It was March 13th, the same day the war ended. Simo's face was permanently disfigured. He would never fight again. He never sought fame or recognition, despite becoming the most effective sniper in recorded military history. His exact count is debated, but historians agree on one thing. No other marksman in modern warfare has matched what he accomplished in so little time. After the war, he returned to a quiet life, raising dogs, hunting, and living peacefully in the countryside. When someone asked how he became so deadly, he answered simply, "Practice." When asked if he regretted anything, he said, "I did what I was told, as well as I could." No bravado, no stories, just a quiet man who stepped up when his country needed him. History remembers great generals, famous leaders, and famous battles. But sometimes, the most extraordinary stories come from the most ordinary people. A farmer from a small town who loved the forest and wanted nothing more than peace. The man the enemy called the White Death. You may not have known his name before today, but now you know the story of the most lethal man you've never heard of.